Alright, welcome one and all, whoever may be watching this. This will be, I think it's part 37, Tides of Numenéra. We're in the 30s. That's all I know for certain. Let's go talk to Oth Fung. Let's jump right into this. You see a tall, nervous man pacing back and forth. His hair is a mess, his clothing stained with food and chemicals. His left eye is an engraved orb of metal, and you can hear it whirring from a distance. He casts fretful glances all around the space as if waiting for someone or something.
Making a note.
Allagan, I heard you were in the bloom, but I didn't dare come to look for you. He looks around anxiously. I had a revelation about your tattoos as I was examining the frame, and if I could just compare the windings of your tattoos with the circuitry of the frame, I could verify my hypothesis. Unfortunately, Murden stole the frame and I have no idea where it is. Did you get my note? Orth? What in the name of the Black Three are you doing here? Why did you leave the Order of Truth? I got your note, and it said to be careful with my tattoos, but it didn't say why, and it didn't say where you were going. It didn't? No, that can't be right. I distinctly remember. He slaps himself on the forehead. No, of course not. I was being coy and cautious, but I thought you'd divine my meaning. Slow horror begins to dawn on his face. Did you stop using the tattoos? Rumors of a spy, a Memavira spy of all things. I couldn't risk that. He shoots you a quick look. Yes, almost as soon as I got your note. He looks serious. It worries me. What could have set him off like this? Oh, that's a huge relief. If my hypothesis is correct, then, well, we'll see. I need the frame to be sure. Where did the Murdons take the frame? Back to their filthy nest, no doubt. I've heard they eat people, and I'm not much of a fighter or a negotiator for that matter. I just don't know for sure. What are we waiting for? Let's go find it, yeah? Oh, so I'm assuming we ran into some Murdons before, so I guess that's maybe where we have to go to find this frame. Why did you tell Allagan to stop using his tattoos? Okay, so it looks like we're going to have to find this frame. Alright, let's just see if these two are doctors who can help me while I'm here. Looks like a nice autopsy going on here. Ha, an operation, get it? Ha. Ah, yes, hey look, Aretus is trying to purge demons from his body. Can you help? I am? Aretus says and turns to the doctors. Can you? I don't think we've ever expelled one of those before. That does seem like the sort of thing one would remember. No, I think not. Growths, yes. Intestines, yes. Demons and miscellaneous supernatural infestations? Not our area of expertise, I'm afraid. Well, we could remove all infected organs and drain the fluids until the infection abates. Hold a moment. Is he interested in surviving the procedure? I would prefer not to be dead until I'm dead, he says politely. Well, scratch that option then. I feel like we're missing something obvious.
I'll remember that.
Or someone, my esteemed colleague. I remember hearing about an expert in the field of nanodemons who fled to the bloom. I cannot remember her name for the life of me, but I believe she's hiding in the old slave block. Happy hunting! Oh, well, that's good, because that's where we have to go.
I'm going.
So then, I wonder if we're going to be okay, because there were the Murdons standing at the door, and I would prefer to avoid combat. Just full stop, really.
On it.
Doing it now.
Alright, they haven't attacked us yet, so I take that as a great sign. Two haunched avian humanoids stare at you, their bright and hate-filled eyes shining above dirty yellow beaks. You recognize them at once. Murdens! They emit a kind of psychic fuzz, a mental blanket that makes it difficult for you to concentrate. One puffs up its greasy black feathers to make itself look larger, while the other scrapes close to the ground. Their arms wave and gesture, and the intent is clear: go no further. I'll pay you to stand aside. The Murdens clack their beaks and hold out their clawed hands, eyes glinting in the dim light. Yeah, they can have 65 shins, that's okay. The metallic static grows louder and more insistent, a pitch of rising excitement as the Murdens count their newfound wealth, snapping and biting at each other as they fight over who will get more. Finally, one draws blood, the other yields, and they both retreat to their nests. Alright, first conflict avoided. Maybe.
I am the very soul of action.
Okay, I'm going to avoid, looting anything for the moment. Just don't want to get on people's bad side. Is this just, going to be a giant circle? Which, if it is, that's fine.
Of course.
Makes my life easy, kind of. I can hear something moving. It's getting closer.
Yes.
As you tug on the heavy door, a panic-filled male voice calls out to you. Hello, is someone out there? I know you're not Murdens. I can feel their blasted metal noise, and by all the gods, I hope you're friendlier than they are. Please, you have to help me. For the love of everything you hold dear, please open this door. Dear gods, let it be a rescuer. I don't want to die. Who are you? My friends call me Shinwise. Please, I don't want to die. Open the door. What's trying to kill you? I don't know. Tentacled things that hang around the edges of the room. There's blood and bones all over the floor. The Murdens threw me in here, locked the door behind me. I think I'm supposed to be some kind of sacrifice. Sure, let's pick the lock. I feel like we're going to regret this, though. Well, Makina is letting me down here. This should be her time to shine, you know? Oh, shivers. With a click, you unlock the door and it grumbles open, revealing an emaciated man in tattered rags, a look of profound shock and fear on his face. Behind him, blood and bones litter the floor. The man is short and dark, and his face is scarred and disfigured. One of his injuries is freshly branded on his cheek, a stylized blade with blood dripping from it. He wears the ragged clothes of a bloom slave, tattered and filthy. He tries desperately to push past you. Let me out of here, I beg you. This is no fit place for a human. It's going to kill me. I'll do anything to get out of here, even if I have to kill again. Yeah, even if I have to kill again. I kind of want to put him back in there. Okay, so I think the best we're going to do is 50, which ain't going to be enough. Okay, you try to lay your hands on him, but he's faster and stronger than you expect. He slips past you and bolts down the hall. Whoopsies! Yeah, I don't trust him either. It was like, oh, it's so frustrating because it was going to be one or the other where he was innocent, right? Or he wasn't. It was like a 50-50 shot in the dark.
Like a whisper.
Well, hold on. Am I just not looking hard enough to find the person that I need? I mean, there's a translator.
Yes.
Well, maybe I should talk to them first. I don't know. We've just freed someone who clearly shouldn't have been freed. I'm assuming if I just walk in here, it's not going to be good.
Done.
Aratus, a word.
Oh, no, too late, sorry. The larger size of this Murden and the grey down that covers his head gives him a more stately and menacing look than his compatriots. He hisses at the other Murdens and the annoying metallic static fades until only his harsh static remains. The noise whines and scratches in your head. As if the chief speaks, the human woman at his side translates in a dull monotone. You free our slave, we pay for slave, you owe for loss. Yeah, okay, how much is he worth? If you pay 200, I should pay 200 back, that's fair. The Murden chief thinks for a moment and then bobs his head once, grudgingly, and accepts a pile of shins in your hands. Far out! I'm looking for a black metal frame that you recently took from the humans. The chief squawks and the translator speaks. Haha, we have many treasures, not remember frame. He mutters to you. If we have to kill them and root through their junk for it, I'm willing. Who is this woman who speaks for you? The woman stands impassively as the Murdens buzz static through several irritating frequencies back and forth. At last the chief's mental buzz cuts through them all. She recites the words without feeling or awareness. This is not a woman. Shell is empty. Woman is gone. Why you speak of it as human? It is machine. When it expires, we'll find a new machine. We not speak human language. We buy slave. We fix slave's brain. Slave becomes machine. Machine speak human. She pauses while the chief clacks and hisses. Slave not need whole brain anymore. Excess brain was tasty. I kind of want to get this frame without combat. Oh, I shouldn't have come and talked to these guys. I'm just 200 shins down. I'm just wasting all my money right now. It's alright, we're still going good.
I am the very soul of action.
Still going strong. Not upset that I took that? Excellent.
All right.
Scorer the Faceless. Okay, that looks interesting.
I'm ready. I'm always ready.
This old metal door looks fairly solid. It has a single mechanical lock. You notice that the mechanism appears complicated, suggesting that it's more than just a simple lock. Let's examine it more closely. Embedded within the locking mechanism is a thin bladder of air, and as you look more carefully, you realize that the bladder is somehow connected to a series of tubes. This is a trap, a cunning, ingenious trap that is beyond the skill of the Murdens. It must be part of the original design of the door. Let's try to go law machinery, pick the lock. I don't have enough speed left to do this though, that's the only issue. We might have to go rest. Oh no, 85. Alright, let's hope that's enough. Whoopsies. Let's retry. Yeah, okay, so we're not gonna get any higher than that. Oh, 80. Why didn't you give me that before, buddy? The lock is challenging but not overly difficult to open. Just as you push the final tumbler into place, you accidentally depress the bladder of air that in turn activates a tiny nozzle. Acid sprays all over you. The pain is excruciating. At least the door is open. Yay! So we've got Injured Thug, Memavira Thug. Okay, well this was, I don't really think was worth it. 2 men share this cell. Both of them wear the armor of the Memavira's soldiers. A third soldier lies on the ground nearby, lifeless. One of the survivors is badly hurt, bleeding and clutching his side. The other, a younger man, appears uninjured. His hands are bound with rusty manacles, and he looks blearily up at you with eyes that suggest he's waiting for the butcher's blade. When he realizes that you're not a Murden, his face lights with frantic hope. Oh, thank the gods you've come. If you've come to free us, you can name your reward with Briska or with the Memavira herself. How did you get in here? We've been on this route for a long time, a very long time. We've never had any trouble with the Murdens before. They've always paid their tribute, so we had no reason to think they'd just try to slaughter us. We fought back and we survived the fight, but he gestures to his companion. I don't know how much longer he'll survive. We need your help to escape. Sebek's got a family back in Sagus. I've got to get him out of here. Alright, let's do that. There's a key by the door, friend, he says. Just use that and excellent. He finishes as you unlock him and his friend. Can I trouble you for something else? With the shape Zabak is in, there's no way we can get out of here alive. At least not with the Murden guards watching anyway. Can you do something about them? If you go hide in the next cell, I'll tell the Murden guards that you've escaped. That should give you time. A solid plan. We'll wait for you there. When you give us the word that the way is clear, we'll make a run for it. It's a bit annoying that it fades to black every time someone's moving somewhere. Like, I get it makes for an easy transition, but like, come on. Your prisoners are gone. The creature looks at you blankly for a moment, then darts a quick glance at its comrade. You sense a staticky psychic exchange between them, and they turn and dash down the hall.
One moment, and it's done.
We're getting out of here, eh? I mean, oh, he's the injured one, okay. Is it you I need to talk to? Get out of here, guys. It's clear, go. Okay, still, none of this is actually helping me. Well, I mean, I'm assuming helping the Memavira in the grand scheme of things will help me. But I haven't found anyone who can heal Aretus. I haven't found a frame. Just releasing all the prisoners. The creature stirs and mutters at your approach. Though the form is recognizably humanoid, its head is horribly disfigured. Something has wiped her face clean of features, leaving an expanse of mottled and bulbous flesh, save only a horrifically enlarged mouth and 2 small holes where her ears should be. She hears you approach and clutches a small jar close to her chest. What would you have with Scora? Though my looks have been stolen, scribbled away by a million thoughtless particles, I can hear you breathing. I can taste what others can only smell. Your fear, your exertion. She smacks her oversized lips. Tell me, if you lost your sight, what price would you pay for its return? And you taste a strange one. Will this one help me? Only one way to know. I would pay Shins or Numenéra, but I wouldn't run to the ends of the earth to regain the sense. I have others I can use with equal facility.
I'll remember that.
Ha! I might have expected such an answer from someone with a strange taste like yours. I would welcome such a gift, but I can tell that you haven't experienced the privation of blindness. She nods towards her jar. This is a piece of iron wind. It is my most prized possession, and I would give it away in a moment if it meant I could see once again. What happened to you? I was a nano once, a researcher on the cutting edge of the science of, nano spirits. In particular, I sought to harness the power of the iron wind. But the shields, my shields, they gave way around me, and the iron wind swelled in and found me. She smiles sadly, her immense mouth drooling. She pats the jar. I captured some of the iron wind here, but it still remade me. I was cast out an abomination, and now I skulk and beg for my living. At least the Murdens fear me. So the iron wind stole your face? Is it in that jar? If so, can I see it? Perhaps I should hold on to the jar, especially if it steals faces. No, no, no. They will eat him alive. Yes, and they will eat us alive too. No, Aretus, I think that would be a bad idea. She nestles the jar close to her, her hands hovering above the controls. A very bad idea. Stay back, you creature of dancing smells. Good smells, I hope. Nothing like the rest of this place, or you, milady. He blushes and quickly tries to cover his mistake. Not that you smell so bad, all things considered. He hesitates. Wait, you don't have a nose. She shakes her face at him, baring teeth, and he backs away. My companion Aretus has an interesting problem. I'm wondering if you can help him. Let us find out, she mutters, reaching out. Take Scora's hand. He does so with great reluctance, turning to you, not noticing that his glow is flowing up her arm in fits and starts. I don't know why you think I have a problem, he says. I'm a hero, after all. I don't have any... He goes rigid, eyes rolling in the back of his head. Error, blindness, agony. What are you doing to him? Actually, no, let's just keep watching. She tightens her grip on Aretus's convulsing hand. A single tendril of his golden aura sinks into a hole at the crook of her elbow. She says, tilting her head back and smacking her lips. Traceries of gold unfurl up her neck, but it doesn't seem to be bothering her. I read of these nano-spirits, these demons, before the wind took me. They were called the Audience, and they likely call themselves that still. They will empower and drive your friend to greater and greater heroics until he dies, or they use him up. His blood will boil in his veins. He'll burn from the inside out. How can I purge them? You can't, she says, shrugging a misshapen shoulder. They've taken root in him, and there they'll stay, until the end, of course. She smiles. Now it's my turn. How did you learn of your friend's problems? His original personality is trapped in my mind. I could hear them talking. Perfect, she says, though the information doesn't seem to have surprised her at all. Well, return to your mind and follow my instructions to the letter.
Making a note.
Scora has the faintest gold aura now. Once there, call them by their names. The stronger ones are the paragons, the weaker ones. She pauses, smacking her lips. The glow around her fades. Cathartics. Call them forth and they will speak to you. Perhaps you'll be able to convince them to leave your friend alone. She abruptly releases Aretus's hand and he stumbles back, massaging his wrist. I think I slept, Aretus says in tones of soft wonder. I never sleep. His glow returns inch by inch. She's coming for us. Are you sure? Yes. Now, says Scoura, shifting beneath her rags. What else? What do you want me to do for you? Okay. So she wants her sight restored. So the shard is made from an opaque, battered metal. It seems to thrum with energy. Small lights flicker in the air above it. Scarra's lips slobber into a toothy smile. My pride and my punishment all in one, she says. Then she hides it behind her back. And if you want it, you'll help me regain my sight. If not, you'll never know the wonders. Perhaps she is interested. This is good. Okay, I mean, really the only place left to explore is this area. I just don't know if, like, the doors are going to shut and we're going to have to fight something if we go in here, you know? We have to get a frame back somehow.
You want it done right.
Yeah. Something about this room feels off to you, a sensation of being watched and evaluated. The bloom's walls bulge and press, glistening with a faint sheen, like they're beginning to salivate. The space has somehow begun to wake. Great muscles contract in a rippling peristaltic wave, trying to pull you further into the room. Your instincts scream of danger. Let's back out if that's possible. Okay. I might leave that one for the moment. I don't quite know how we're supposed to get this frame though.